What is T-Bone doing? Didn't he just take a shit at Best Buy? Tag me in it on Facebook?
He did. I think he's just off that soda.
He took a shit at Best Buy.
And I'm off that soda. Happy birthday, Noah. Are you real drunk?
No, I'm sitting on the toilet. I just got done with
Are you at Best Buy?
buffet. Yeah, I just smashed fucking tacos, crab legs, rice. Man, my shit looks like just a tsunami passed through New Orleans.
That's terrible. Fire content for the podcast, Johnny.
Hey, my bad. I mean, it is fire shit. So, you're welcome.
Damn.
Take that layup. Fucking layups.
Yeah, of course, motherfucker. You gave it to me.
You're not faded right now, though?
How is everything back home?
It's the same food. It's nice weather, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Everybody out here is just off that soda.
Hell yeah. We're
Misinformed boys, they
zip
know
line from
us.
Rio. I don't know, some high up shit. We're about to do that, and then tomorrow I'm jumping off the stratosphere.
No shit.
Hell yeah.
With or without
Why
a
not, man?
Right.
I fucking, I've risked death. I've risked death many times before, and why not enjoy it one time?
Do you think anyone that enters the bathroom after you is risking death?
I swear to God. Like, I'm scared to flush the toilet because I don't want porcelain shards getting stuck in my skin.
Where's Mota?
Yeah, you should throw
She's
Jen in there.
outside She's clearly not in the bathroom with me. She's watching, maybe like HGTV or,
You might want to make her
something
go
really
down to
cool.
the casino, fool, because once you open that door, it's going to infiltrate the room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm actually looking at my bathtub right now. You pay $7 a beer in Vegas.
Fuck.
So we stopped off at CVS, and I turned my bathtub into a
Cooler.
cooler.
Wow.
So I'm looking at
Brilliant job.
and a Stella, just sitting with ice and like weird random hairs probably from my balls or something. But,
Hey, food, you should take a picture of that.
okay. Do you guys want me to send it?
I'm cool.
What?
I don't want it in the group. Don't put that in the group text. I mean,
No, just throw
Okay.
it on our IG, Sonny.
Okay. Well, I'm about to do it now.
Yes, sir.
wait, are you talking about his
How did
balls or the cooler?
interview with,
Not your balls.
Scarpone go?
Dude, I think he's thinking the balls.
Hey, don't take a picture of your balls, food. I want to see just the cooler full of ice and beer.
Well, what if I just get like an eighth of my ball?
Nah.
Isn't that what you were talking about? Were you talking about the cooler, Johnny, or were you about to take a picture of your nut hair or whatever the fuck you
No.
were talking about?
There's probably like a random hair in the ice. From
Oh,
my balls.
I misunderstood. I was fucking getting grossed out.
I think
I was
you hear what you
misinformed.
want to hear.
What is going down, y'all?
What
Welcome
up?
to the Misinformed podcast. I am Thomas the Franchise. Sitting across from me, my man Travioli,
Yes, sir.
where Johnny Chill normally sits, but Johnny Chill's out of town. He's in Vegas. We just had him on speakerphone, and that fool is faded.
He's
Faded.
lit. He's getting there.
Yeah, super faded. When does he get back?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. So this
But
is last
tomorrow's
night.
doing
I went ham on
tomorrow's doing
last
the
night
bungee
too.
jump.
Oh,
So-
that's right. So
so
he
if
may
he-
not
if
come
he
back
lives,
yet.
right, correct.
Right. Okay. So
If he survives.
it's maybe a two-man show.
Zeke and Trazes.
The Zeke and Treza show. Everything you've ever wanted. The
Dog,
Zeke
I'm
and
telling
Treza
you,
show.
dog.
It's an inside joke. Anyway, we got our man DJ T-Bone Scarpone on the show tonight. How you doing?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, good to have you, dog.
I'm talking to the ladies if there's any ladies out there listening. Gentlemen,
You don't have
how
to
y'all
say good
doing?
evening,
It's good to
T-Bone.
see
This
y'all.
is not live, so
Yes.
people may be listening
Good
to it in
morning.
the morning.
Good
right?
morning. Wake your goat mouth ass up.
Okay.
Wake up, you bitch. Is what he said.
I
I'm
stay
just
woke.
kidding. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Really good. What? Are you still living in Fort Collins?
I am. Yeah, I'm.
Steady there?
Posted in Fort Collins.
You're not going anywhere?
So you're a Bucks
Fuck,
fan?
No. I have no idea what I'm doing next. I could be
Shocking.
anywhere. Honestly, I could be anywhere next.
You know this fool. He's the traveling man.
Yeah.
Where would you prefer to move if you had a choice?
Within the country
Anywhere
or out
in
of
the
the
world.
country? Anywhere in the world?
Mhm.
Well, okay. Since we're on the subject, let's just get this out of the way. Las Vegas, as far as everywhere I've ever
I
been.
told you. I
Really?
think I told you that. Like,
It's
I was like,
my
dude, this guy would never go
favorite
anywhere
place
else.
on the planet.
Really? What would you do in Vegas?
He's lived there already
Oh, you have?
for a
Yeah,
hot minute.
I love it.
Right.
I love it.
What did you do? Dude, this is so funny because Johnny's in Vegas right now. I just got back from Vegas, as
I
you
just
saw
got
on the
back from
vlog and
Vegas,
shit.
too,
He just
couple
got back from Vegas
couple weeks
with the
ago.
Rousey fight. So it's cool. We got this Vegas connection going on. But when you were in Vegas, tell this fool of the jobs you had, like the cooking and the.
Oh yeah, okay.
This
So
fool was.
Vegas. Let's see. Now, and this is my workflow is interesting for anybody who does know. I'll just give you the little Vegas rundown. So when I guess we'll say when I really went to Vegas and started working. Oh, I almost forgot. Started off with the grassroots campaign or some bullshit like that, going to register people to
Greenpeace
vote.
or what?
No, trying to sign people up to vote. So I was actually working for Obama campaign 2012. You know, this is the fall of 2012, and I'm helping trying to get people registered and ready to vote for President Obama for round 2. And I got fired because, I don't know, allegedly I may have smoked weed on the job. And I didn't really fight it too much. You know what? They didn't. I was a driver. That was a big thing. Like, if you could drive other people.
This ain't Colorado, boy.
If you could drive other people to the drop-off point in the neighborhood where they go walking, and then you can bring them back, you get paid extra and for your miles, because not all these canvassing idiots like myself
Could
have
drive.
cars.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, they never paid me for my miles. They just fired me on some shit. I mean, okay, yeah, I smoked
They fired
weed.
you for
I
getting
smoked
high?
weed on the job. Yes,
How long
I
did you do
did.
that job
But-
for?
How the fuck did you get caught smoking weed?
Couple weeks. Somebody snitched.
Couple weeks?
So I took the crew out, dropped them off, smoked some weed, did my job, picked the crew up, took them back. And somebody
Smells
was
in
like,
here.
yeah, exactly. And the guy, the next day I came to work and he's like, hey man, somebody said it might have smelled like you were smoking weed while you were supposed to be working. And I was like, oh, well that's not the case. He's like, oh, this could hurt Obama's presidency chances. Yeah, we gotta let you go. Whatever, dude.
What year was this?
2012.
12.
So then I went and started managing a Dairy Queen. Did that for about 8-9
Well,
months.
that's the natural progression, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Dairy Queen, I had a history with that.
Mm-hmm.
Worked for an excellent man named Lawrence. We're still good friends to this day. He's like, you know, he's like our parents' age. So it's interesting, you know, you're not always friends with people that's your parents' age, but me and Lawrence were still tight.
He was like 50, 60?
Yeah,
He owned the
like
Dairy Queen?
60. No, he was the manager.
Oh, he was just
I
the
was
manager.
his assistant.
Okay.
And yeah, we had a good run. And then
Where was this Dairy Queen? Wait, in Vegas? Was it like on the Strip or?
It was in the Excalibur.
You guys saw
You were working at the Dairy Queen inside of Excalibur.
Yeah, man,
Just
for
fuck,
almost
I
a
hate
year.
Excalibur.
For almost a year.
I
Fucking
fucking hate
hilarious.
Excalibur. Did you guys sell beer? the
Not
Dairy
in the
Queen?
Dairy Queen, no.
Ooh, what about a beer
Beer,
beer shake?
Dairy Queen.
that's
yeah.
great. I did
Dairy
it. I
Queen.
did it as a kid in my first Dairy Queen experience.
Ugh.
I mean, I probably got damn near a decade of Dairy Queening under my belt.
Wait.
You didn't know that.
Working at Dairy Queen?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you did this like at a bunch of different Dairy Queens before. So naturally, when you got
I
kicked off the
did-
campaign trail, you went back.
No,
to
I
Dairy
did
Queen.
Back to
one.
where
I
you know,
did.
back to his grassroots.
I did one. I
Fuck.
did one Dairy
Full
Queen.
circle.
Dairy Queen was my second job as a kid at like 15, but I did it till I was like 20.
Okay.
Then I went back to Dairy Queen at like 27
Okay.
and did it till I was like almost 28. Now I got fired again because I get fired because I don't put up with no shit. So then after that, I went and worked at a gas station for a minute.
And you smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
Did you get fired for weed again?
Not that time, no.
No.
I think.
Were you stealing boxes?
Nah, nah.
On your day off?
No, but my homie that I was living with, who was like very encouraging that I get my ass a job and go to work because, like, understandably, my roommate is like, get a fucking job.
It's like, bro.
So
Yeah.
when I told him that I got fired for smoking weed, he was like, bro, come on, man.
Were you living with Black Prez at this time?
Let's see. I mean, Prez came out somewhere in that time. I mean, he was there for the Dairy Queen era. Like,
Okay.
there's one of his videos. He did like a.
Okay, so this
remember
is
Psy?
Black Press.
Black Prez, yeah. You know
Black
him or
Prez.
no?
Kind of. Yeah.
He
I know of him a little.
big time in the northern Colorado. Like
I had a friend,
Hip hop scene.
my friend Nate Watkins. Shout out Nate Watkins. That did.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did like his
Nate.
first video.
Oh, you
yeah.
know Nate.
Yeah.
what video was
Nate.
it?
You know Nate? Oh yeah. That's the homie.
Jordan's
I'm a-
every
I'm a-
day get
I'm a
arrested for
tell him.
jaywalking. Was that what it was?
Jaywalking.
Jaywalking.
That is what it was.
Jordan's every
Did
day
they
get
do
arrested for
jaywalking?
jaywalking.
Yeah, dog. That was like one of
Yeah,
his first
dude.
videos I did.
Dang, that was
I'm in jaywalking. I'm in there.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to run that one back.
Run it
I didn't know
back.
you knew Nate. That's dope.
Yeah.
Just from Fort Collins, right?
Yeah,
I would
Yeah,
assume.
just from being up there.
Nate got me drunk as fuck a time or two. So, I mean, one time we just went to his house, went in the basement. Come here, everybody, take a shot. And before I knew it, I drank several shots of vodka, and oh my.
Before you
One
knew it, you were
time,
just you woke up
this
and
motherfucker.
I walked down in his basement to say what's up and stumbled out of that motherfucker. That's what happened.
One time I was kicking with Nate, and I was fucking hammered, and I was like, "Hey, somebody give me some water, man. I'm fucking faded." And this fool hands me a glass of water, and I start chugging it, dog, and it's fucking vodka. The whole shit is vodka. It looks like just regular glass of water, and I fucking start pounding it because I think it's water.
Oh, dude.
And so it takes me like a quick second to realize it's vodka, and then oh man,
Dude.
I was like, "You're an evil motherfucker, dog."
Were you already really fucked up at that time?
I was faded. I was like tattooed to the couch.
Oh,
I
shit.
woke like I think I had passed out and woke back up and was like, "Yo, I need some water. I can't drink no more."
Right.
Did you? He gets me a glass of vodka.
Did you get
like
a
a piece of shit? Fuck you, Nate.
Did you
wow.
Did you get like wake up throwing up or anything like that, or was it?
No.
you were just cool?
I was cool, but yeah, it was just disgusting.
When I drink that much, I have to throw up in the morning because I got to get it out of my system. If I don't, if I do that, I'm cool. Like I'm good to go for the day. If I do that and just pound water the whole day, I'm cool. But if I do not throw up, if I get really faded, not just on a normal drinking night, but if I get really faded, if I don't throw up, I'm like laying on the couch all day. Like I can't move. I'm all shaky. I hate that shit. Like
Yeah, that's
I'm
how
not.
it was. That's
Some
how it
people are like, oh, that's being hungover. You just tough it out. I'm not fucking toughing it out. I'm throwing up and I'm moving on.
You puke every time almost?
No, just on a hardcore night of drinking.
Oh,
I
okay.
puked in Vegas the next morning. That was one of the first times I hardly.
You
ever
puked in Vegas? I didn't puke in Vegas.
Dog, I puked in Vegas that night
Wow.
and the next morning.
Wow.
And I never puked the next morning.
I don't think I've ever puked in Vegas one time. All the times I've been to Vegas, I don't think I've ever thrown up in Vegas.
Now you acted up.
I don't get down like that. What was I gonna say? Oh, T-Bone. Back to the Fort Collins days.
Oh,
You're still
wow.
in Fort Collins, but I mean,
Yes.
back to the college days when you were living with Prez and shit, and going to CSU. I was at UNC, and when I was living in Greeley, that's how I met this guy. We known each other. We just came up the other day on Facebook. This
9
fool-
years on Facebook.
Yeah, this fool just
Like
tagged
10,
me.
10 years in real life.
Yeah, just over 10 years I've known this motherfucker. And how we met, I lived in a house with like 3 other dudes and roommates. And my other roommate made music too. And he was like on MySpace back in the day looking for a DJ.
Yeah.
Like he's like looking for a DJ for this show. Me and him were throwing this show. And we'd always had like good support in Northern Colorado, especially Greeley, Fort Collins. Like we were always rocking if there was a big show that came through there, we were on it, from E40 to New Boys to any like big artist that came through, Wiz, we were opening, you know what I mean? Me, Prez, this guy, his Black Prez's little brother Ben Madry was his hype man. Ed was my hype man. We were just rocking all those college shows all the time, dude. And so we developed a big name up there. But my other roommate that raps found this guy, and I remember the very first day he just came to our house, and I was like, my guy Bobby was talking to him, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And he's like, oh, what's up, man? I think he introduced himself as T-Bone, or I don't know if it was T-Bone or Travis, and then Bobby was like, no, I think he said Travis, and Bobby was like, it's T-Bone. I was like, who the fuck is T-Bone? He's like, DJ T-Bone, this is our DJ. I was like, all right, cool. And then from that point on, yeah, like he rocked that show with us, and Black Prez was at that show that night too. So that night is the first night Black Prez met him. And then we kind of stayed in contact. We were cool, but I knew Black Prez really well through some other people. And all of a sudden, like a few months later, these fools are like, I see these fools hanging out on social media, like Prez and Travis, or Prez and T-Bone. I'm like, what the fuck? These fools met one time at the show. And I talked to Prez. He's like, no, I see this fool all the time in Fort Collins. We just started kicking it. We started hanging out. And he started coming over all the time.
Did you go up to Fort Collins all the time, or?
Not all the time,
No?
but quite a bit. I mean, I had a lot of friends that went there. It's 15 minutes away.
You go down to Greeley all the time, or?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Greeley
What's more popping? Greeley or
Fort Collins is way more crowded.
Uh-huh.
Since they redid Old Town down in Greeley, though, it is pretty popping.
Yeah.
But Fort Collins is probably more popping just because there's more. It's a bigger population. There's more bars. There's more shit.
Right.
But it's more spread out, though. Like, is it?
Can I be rude and real?
Yeah, go.
I don't think either of them are popping.
What he said, more popping.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one's more popping? Greeley or Fort Collins? Where would you rather be?
Are you still DJing spots like
do shit?
weekly or anything? Or
I mean,
like
most
local
often,
DJing
most
shit, or?
often I'm playing at the Moxie Theater in Greeley.
Okay.
That is my main.
connected with Eli and shit?
Yeah, I mean,
I want to perform there again. That place is actually dope.
Yeah.
I mean, Eli's got hip hop shows coming through, and sometimes I know, weeks in advance I'm gonna do this show or that show, and then sometimes he hits me up the day of, like, "What are you doing at 5 o'clock today? Can you come to sound check?" I'm like, so.
That's cool,
That's
though.
where I play in the most, and it is good. I love Eli. And
That's
got
got to be a good gig because I only went there once, but it was packed the fuck out. Is it?
It's a cool theater.
It's
Is it always like that?
out sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, not always because
Not
it's
always?
a venue that's open all the damn time, and you get freezing ass nights and nights when school's not in session, and so
And then there's that spot right across the street too, right?
well, yeah, they got
So it's
there's
like
bars.
either it's those two, right? Isn't there?
Well, dude, there's the Moxie's right there. Then there's a few different bars, and there's the Penalty Box, which is like a big time bar over there. Tilted Kilt's down the block. The Rio's
They got a
down
Tilted
the block.
Kilt?
Yeah, bro.
in Greeley.
Yep, Tilted
I
Kilt in
didn't
Greeley.
even know that. So maybe Greeley's popping, and I don't know where to
That
go.
area right there is super, super popping. And every show I've done at the Moxie has been on fire, but it's been for I think everyone we've done is big artists. We opened for
Right.
Bubba Sparks there, Yin Gang Twins, Mike Jones, all that was at the Moxie.
Yeah.
Sick.
So when I opened for those shows, they were just fucking live, dude.
I
And
mean,
it was a ton of fun.
Afro Man will pack that
Yep.
place.
Yep.
Chris Calico, I just did Chris Calico a couple
He's
weeks
been there a
ago.
couple times recently.
He does good. He's got a cult following. We were just talking about that too.
All those fools.
When you're unique and you just completely do
Yeah,
your own shit, you
make
get
your own
that's
niche.
how you get like a cult following.
What
Because
do you-
everybody else fucking will come and go.
Yeah,
You know,
know
that
about-
hop on the fucking whatever's popping right now,
Right.
and then
Right.
if you're
But
always doing
that's
whatever
that
the
whole
fuck you
Tech
want-
9 and that type of horrorcore rap
Yeah,
always
yeah.
has that cult following,
Yeah,
dude.
definitely.
Whether
Lot
it's
of
the Juggalo or whether
right.
it's the whatever, they always just got that. But it feels like they'll never grow outside of that, though, is the only downfall. They consistently have the following, and they have it forever, seemingly. I say that in tongue in cheek, but you never. It doesn't look like they're growing. I mean, Tech 9 is the biggest out of it, and he
Right.
still hasn't really even grown out of it. Like his last album was the first album I ever heard any mainstream singles on
Right. We did that shit
radio,
with Kendrick
and it was on
Mayday
Sirius, and yeah,
Yeah.
that was it though. That was the very first time, and he's been at it for I don't even know how long, bro.
Right.
Go
mean,
back
But
to,
that's even reaching out.
20 years.
He's
Yeah.
getting
plus.
big. He's
Right.
getting bigger off that.
20 years.
Though, so 20 years of all kind of one lane juggalos, that
Right.
type of rap, and then now he's on this fucking
This is the type of shit to make the hood go
Right,
crazy.
right.
Yeah, he's a
There you
bigger-
go.
on a bigger stage.
On the
bigger
interstate,
pedestal.
doing 180. That was a
he don't
fire
need it, though.
record. I
It
love
sure
that record.
was. I
That
love
shit was
Tech
tight.
and what he does because he makes all his own fucking money.
Right, of course. Yeah, he
It's
doesn't have to answer
all
nobody.
his. Him and
does
his
his own
business
shit.
partners. They make a killing on merch. They make a killing traveling.
They work hard, though,
selling
man.
up. Hell
They
yeah,
work
they work
hard, though.
hard, but they get every little piece of everything
Yep.
they do.
Yep.
I respect that, and I think
Do you think there's something to that, though? Do you think it's easier in his lane to not get distracted because they don't have TMZ in their face? They don't have all these other. They don't go out to the.
I think I think
they're not in LA and Hollywood and spotlight, so it's not as hard to get distracted. Do you? That's how I feel anyway. But I don't know. How do you feel on that? Or do you think it's harder because they tour more and they do way more shows and they're touring year round basically? I mean,
It's got to be harder because it's all independent. So I mean, they have to do every radio. Whatever they do, it all has to work from them. They don't have they're not just putting the machine.
yeah.
Where that makes it a lot easier. You might have to take a shitload of cut out of the money that you're getting, but it's definitely probably 10 times easier.
Well, that whole cult following thing, it takes longer to build your following, and you don't build your following, you don't get as many viewers or as many eyes on you, but they're always there. The other way, the record label, artists, I feel like it's just microwaving. Like the shit's done like that.
Right.
They're ready to go. They serve it to you. You eat it up and you throw it in the trash.
Fast food, yeah.
I mean, it's not. There's no substance. You can't sustain off that unless you do something else. Unless you can branch out into acting and branch out into fashion, and that has almost been played out now.
Yeah.
Because so many people did it off of hip hop. You can't even come out with a clothing line of hip hop anymore. No one really wants it. Like,
Right.
you have to be on a level of Kanye with Yeezy and all that shit. And he's still with a bigger brand, but that's few and far between anymore. It's getting harder and harder for rappers to live off music or
Everybody
anything like that.
sounds the same.
Yep.
Everybody
Exactly.
sounds the same. So
The fast food, the microwave era.
that's why I think in this day and age, with everybody being able to search whatever you want, whatever your little cup of tea is, it's best to just do you now more than ever. You don't have to fall into that into what everyone else does, because that shit's always changing.
Always.
You know.
What
we were just talking about that outside when we were smoking a cigarette, because he was saying that he just did his mixtape all unique, all him, all original.
Oh, dude, this tape is crazy.
Yeah, and it's like that's how you create, you know, like a cult following. That's how you create people that are there to stay, you know, because you did something unique that no one else did.
That's exactly what this is. I was thinking about that this morning. I'm listening to it when I'm driving to work this morning, and I'm listening to it, and I thought the exact same thing. Like, this is a project that you're not going to have anyone in between. People are going to fucking hate this shit, or people are going to be like, damn, this is my shit. This is on some different level shit.
Right.
There's no, like, yeah, it was cool. Like,
Right.
go ahead, you spin
Right.
it through again. You're not going to spin it through again unless you love it.
Exactly.
Or unless you just, you know, it's not that kind of, speaking of that, what the fuck is the title? Give me the.
What's the mixtape? What's it called, baby?
Let me see if I get this right. The Cowboy in the Black Hat. A spaghetti western?
That's pretty damn
What is it?
close.
What is it?
It's
Yeah, what's
the
it called?
Cowboy with the Black Hat.
With the black
A
hat.
spaghetti western by T-Bone Scarpone.
And what the fuck is a spaghetti western,
Yeah,
bro?
what the fuck is this?
So okay, so that
I thought you would
here
know
we
for
go.
sure. I
You know,
thought you would
this-
know.
I was thinking about that in the shower yesterday or today.
Well, you're
was
looking at your
thinking-
noodle.
I don't really look at it, but I'm always holding it.
Okay.
Trust.
All right, cool.
Anyways,
This was so gay.
it's so gay. Anyways,
Not gay.
so there ain't nothing gay about when I'm holding.
Not
my
you,
noodles.
bro. This fool always with the.
okay.
Why would you even ask another man a dick question? Every week we can't get by without a dick question.
That's
or
all right.
butthole.
How many dicks?
That's true,
I talk
like
about
eating.
dicks. Anyways, I'm not shy. Anyways, here's a story though. I'm in the shower and I'm thinking, there's probably a lot of people out there in the world who don't even. They're gonna go spaghetti western. What the fuck? And the idea is like that's great to me because now you might Google spaghetti western and go, what the fuck is that?
I was driving her.
Spaghetti western is like a niche. How do you say the word niche?
Niche. I've heard it
Whatever.
both ways.
Niche. Spaghetti western is a niche genre of film
Okay.
from like the maybe I don't know the 1960s ish. I'm gonna say where westerns were really popular here in America.
Yeah, like the old John Wayne shit.
Yeah, but
and the,
westerns were popular across the world, and yeah, it's something about like there's like an Italian connection. Italian actors making western films. One of the main.
spaghetti
So
western.
yeah, it's a thing. It's a film genre.
That's
So
crazy.
that's what I
You're
called this
Italian, right?
album.
So
I am, yeah. Apparently, I mean, we just did some of this.
Genetically, I am.
I am
Actually,
genetically. I am
You wanna
more
base it
so
off
than
of-
I thought I was.
right. If you were to
Just
base
by
it
a
off
little
facts or
Did
DNA
you just do the test on the
evidence.
website?
bit. I didn't do it,
Oh,
but my parents did it.
your parents did the website test, huh?
So I kind of like looked at their results and like drew my own conclusions. I did my own math, so I don't know what would happen if they got my DNA, but they ain't getting my DNA.
Okay.
Unless they want in their motherfucking mouth.
Damn. fool.
Biatch.
Hey, there's a cum joke for you, Johnny.
Yay, Johnny.
He had to get that one in. Johnny was being really gross on the
I
phone.
came for you, Johnny.
We miss you.
Anyway, the mixtape. Who produced all this stuff? Who'd you get together with to do these skits, to do these voices, to do these over? Because I'm like, damn, this sounds like really professional. Like this sounds like a professional
Cool.
comedian did this shit. This sounds like the voiceover guy in the beginning that's telling the story. Sounds like this guy narrates fucking books for a living. Like it sounded real professional and real, like well done. I was surprised because I know you.
Exactly.
Shots fired.
No, that's not shots fired. That's
And I know you, fool.
I just know
I
T-Bone
know you,
is
bro.
like
You're not about
just
quality.
real. T-Bone just.
I
real-
am the type to just throw some shit out there that might be a little dusty.
Yeah.
So that is the truth. That is the truth.
He is.
I'm raw and like, yeah, I'm like, sometimes I am no frills and I'm like, you know, I always try to just do the best with whatever I have available. And so, I mean, my first mixtape was kind of like, I'm getting my feet wet into trying to rap here. And I'm just going to do what feels comfortable. I'm just going to do the best with what I have. And the same thing happened with this record. I did the best with what I had, and I appreciate that you think it sounds well put together and professional, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But what I like what you were saying is, because I was just telling Trav that I don't know what to think of this record. I spent 2 years making it from the first ideas
Holy
to
shit.
finishing it. Yeah, it took 2 years to so I was pregnant with this thing for 2 years, and by the time I'm done with it, I'm over it. I hate it. I know it inside, outside, backwards. I don't
All you
hate
mothers
it.
out
I'm
there know the
done with
feeling.
it.
Yeah, I'm done with it. I've had that.
Done
Yes.
with it, but nobody's heard it. So now everybody gets to hear it, and I just was like, I don't know what to think. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know if they're gonna like it or they're not. I don't care. I made it for me. So I truly don't care if nobody likes it. If everybody thinks it's garbage, so what?
Right.
I made it. It's a snapshot. If I'm dead in 200 years and somebody can somehow listen to it, you'll know exactly how the fuck T-Bone Scarpone felt in 2016.
For sure. And I know you as DJ. Like, I know you as a DJ. I know you. We've rocked
Right.
little shows where we're fucking in front of 5 people. We've rocked big ass shows in front of 3,000 people, like Baby Bash last summer at the Stampede. You know,
Thanks again for that. That was a blast.
That shit was fucking fun. And it's so funny
So
that this
dope.
fool was the hype man. Like, it's
Yeah.
just,
I've been
it's
getting
all so
lucky
full
lately,
circle,
just
like-
sneaking into little fucking
you
tight ass
fucking have, you
events,
piece of
fool.
shit.
Whoo.
But I know you as a DJ. I didn't even know you rap. So when I heard you come in and start rapping, I was like, oh, okay, this is what this fool's doing. I didn't know what to expect from the project. I didn't know if it was you DJing, cutting it up. Like,
All
I
right,
had no
cool.
clue. So you start rapping, and I'm like, oh, all right, this is where this shit's going, you know?
All right.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, damn, this fool didn't even want to hit me for a feature, though?
See, that's another
Do you
thing.
have any features?
I sort
Or
of
is
have
there-
features, but let's see what kind of I think I have like three features, if you want to call them that. And it's like my best friend, my own girl, my little.
Are
my,
they just
my
like little
cousin's
skits, or are they
son.
actual like verses or hooks or anything, or is it just like you had their voice on there for a minute, or?
Well, okay, so she came in and sang a whole song.
Mm-hmm.
It's like mostly her vocals, and I got on there and just like hyped it. I was like, let me.
I remember
So
that.
that song was one that.
Is that the
was like-
girls?
No, that was the Steamy Windows.
The Steamy Windows. Okay, yeah, I remember
and then I
that,
brought
yeah.
my pop in, and he played guitar and sang on one, and that was something like that we twisted, like Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my dad's always picks up his guitar and plays it, And to me, as an adult, like I love it when it happens. When I'm there and he picks it up and plays, like it's like real soothing to me. It's like this is really familiar to me. I've known this all my life. The songs that he plays, a lot of it's like his old jams, whatever. Like, what was he like, Dan Fogelberg and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, Dan Fogelberg.
Oh yeah. We were just talking about.
Google that. Google
Fogelberg.
Dan Fogelberg.
I am right now.
Anyway,
'cause
so he
I
plays his
guarantee
old
everyone
shit.
else is too.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking
It's
Dan
so-
Imagine,
Fogelberg.
imagine you searching and Google's like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is Dan
I was trying to
Fogelberg?
think of somebody y'all would understand. How about Kansas? Y'all know Kansas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kansas.
Like
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like
Alright,
that. He's
alright.
from Kansas.
I cannot believe you just threw out a Dan Fogelberg drop.
Yeah,
Uh,
no shit. Damn.
Shout out to Dan Fogelberg.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Is he still alive? R.I.P. I think Dan Fogelberg's not even with us anymore. Y'all let me know what's your Google.
07, bro.
Oh shit,
December
there he is,
16th,
fool. He
yeah.
looks like me, dog.
Damn,
He does
man.
look. Dang.
I might be Dan Fogelberg
Nah,
reincarnated.
dog,
Dude,
yeah,
get-
dog.
get a little-
Reincarnate.
Feather your hair out a
What?
little.
Nah, dog, change the
This
name.
fool.
Trav Fogelberg.
Dan Fogelberg.
Trav
Dog.
Fogelberg.
I knew it.
Trav Strogelberg.
I knew I was Jewish.
That shit's funny. Anyway, I'm sorry to
You get
cut
a
you
leg
off.
up in Hollywood, man.
I'm sorry to cut you
You're
off
like, yo,
on
I'm
the
Fogelberg. I'm Trav Fogelberg, motherfucker.
That's me.
I'm
Let
from
me
the
in.
Fogelbergs.
Mazel tov.
So stupid.
Anyways,
What's that accent?
This
I
guy?
don't even know.
Mazel tov.
Hey, mazel tov. I don't know. A mixture of like
the
three.
that's an Italian Jew right there. I like that. Mazel tov.
Hey, mazel tov, you freaking moron.
So stupid.
Anyways, what else? So yeah, Pop came in with Puff the Magic Dragon. He's been playing it all my life. I love
It's very
that
fitting
one.
because you like weed.
Yeah, and so I was like,
That's where I thought you were going.
Are
When
you
I
a
was
pothead
listening
fucker?
to it, I that's what I heard.
So that's the thing. It's the big debate. And,
You're a
and
pothead
we
fucker.
looked it up, and it's like that song is not about weed. But I was like, all right, let's rewrite it, pretending that it is about weed. And so really though, I just took that chorus and just rewrote verses and took the story and said what happened with this kid and the dragon when the guy was grown up and old, almost like Peter Pan returning to Neverland. Whatever. Cool song to make with Pop. I want to
That's dope.
stick Pop in the studio and get all his songs. I just want him to go in there, do what he does, and record it all so that I can have that for as long until I'm 100 years old if I live that long. You
You
know,
ain't fucking living
I
that
want
long.
them for. I know. What? Yeah, you know damn well.
I'm
Anyways,
down to a pack a day.
Yeah, this guy down to a pack a day. Fucking guy.
Stop putting me on blast on the radio.
All right,
Stop
my
putting
Keep
me
it
on
real
blast.
over here.
Wow,
We
stop.
keep people informed.
Correct.
Fuckers. Anyways, yeah. So we did that joint, and then my cousin's son, he's like 10, 11 years old, and I said, I need you on the Still Down Tupac record. I wanted to have like a children's choir on there, but I don't know that many young kids. And I told him, I was like, hey man, out of all the kids in the family, like, you're the man for this job, and you're the only one really old enough to like comprehend what we're doing here in the studio, and you're the only one young enough that has a kid's voice soon. And he's like, yeah, we better hurry up and record this. I already got hair on my balls.
Damn. Was he totally down to do it? Was he excited for it?
He
or,
was,
or
yeah,
was he like, oh,
and it
nervous?
was awesome to get him involved because that's
Alright.
the little homie.
That's
That's
dope,
tight.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. That could
So
inspire
that was-
him to fucking make a spaghetti western.
Exactly, and me getting into my old age now, I'm all about like the youth, man. It's like, so I've had my fun and everything, and like, but I feel like I'm getting older.
You're like
I'm
mid-30s, T-Bone.
I
This guy's
know,
like, he's 52.
I swear though, but I'm like, I know, dog, but like, I don't know.
I've had my fun. I had a good run. You know, I had a great
I know,
time.
fool. You gonna whip out the guitar and play puff?
Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, I want to work with everybody now. You know what I'm saying? I want to do features, but yeah, I brought.
What about the skits?
I brought all three of them guests in on one day. We spent a day, and we did Pop first, and we did Kate after that, and Jordan hung out all day, and he was the last one to get in the booth, I think.
Where'd you guys record it at?
Yeah, I was gonna ask
Something
that
like
too.
that.
Where'd you guys record?
We recorded at a studio in Fort Collins. It's been there for like 20 years. The Pretty Lights. What's his name? Derek Vincent Smith.
I forgot. I don't know his
Is
real
that his
name.
name?
I met him one
Shout
time
out.
because my friend lived in the same building as him downtown. Pretty Lights, but I don't.
Okay, and then
I didn't
the
even know
other
it was him
guy,
until after I
the
met him.
other guy that used to do, what's his name? Why am I gonna draw a blank on this right now? Like, I know this guy's name, Michael Menert. You know Michael
No.
Menert? Well, he's like a,
Basically Dan Fogelberg to me.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
No, you can look up Michael Menert now. Anyways,
I was
Michael
playing,
Menert and Pretty Lights back in the day, they used to like tool around in this studio.
Oh, the same one up there
Mhm.
that you recorded?
It's basically though, it was like it's located in a garage, and the guy who started the studio, this is a great opportunity to get on the air and air some real shit out. Well, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The guy
Get
who
down.
the guy
It's
who
a great
had
opportunity.
the guy who had the studio, anyways, he was a fun guy to work with and everything. So I got in there. I shopped around a little bit, and I decided this is where I'm gonna go try to record this thing.
The whole thing. You wanted to do it all at one time?
Yeah, I wanted to work with
So
one,
wait,
one engineer.
Did
and-
you have the whole project done already and you went in ready to record the whole fucking album or mixtape? Or did you go, you have a few songs done, you went in, you had a few songs done?
It
you
was
went in?
like I tried to get everything as pre-organized as possible, but by the time I got into the studio, it was like, all right, well, we can bang this out today and this, and then it's
Gotcha.
like, how much time do we have? How much money do I have?
Right. That's
So
what
that's another thing. You drug it out for a year, and
a year in the recording process?
sort of, and that's the thing. So we got in there, and I
Jesus.
recorded about half of it with this first dude
Okay.
who owned the studio. And then, like, I probably ran out of money for a minute. And then when I called him back, he goes, well, I'm sick of this shit. Like, I can't. I'm too old to do this.
What?
I'm not doing the studio no
What?
more. He's like, yeah, I'm halfway
That's
through.
what you get for going to this old
right,
studio in a
right.
garage that's been around for 20
Exactly.
years.
And
So
so here's the,
Early
fucked up, here's the
1800s.
fucked up thing. The
Jesus.
thing he was recording on was some weird old system. It was still a computer, but it's 15 years old, whatever, like from the year 2000.
was it running
fucking
DOS
thing.
or what?
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. That's over my head.
56K.
But here's what happened.
56
So he's like, well, we're just going to hand you off. He's like, some other guys are going to come lease this studio, and I'm going to just let them finish your project. I'll link it up. And I'm, okay, cool. So then I went in there and I met Chris Smith, and he ended up doing all the work on the record. He was the engineer in the studio for me, coached me in there. It was mostly just me and him in the studio.
You and good old Chris Smith, huh?
Me and good old
Sounds
Chris
very
Smith.
white.
So Chris Smith, very white. I don't even know
Very
what to
white.
call him, but he's a badass dude. He's from back east. I think
People
he's
from back east are badass dudes.
Yeah, so he worked at like the biggest recording studio in Boston.
Oh, no shit.
And he worked on the album with the Dropkick Murphys that did the shipping up to Boston.
That's dope.
So that's like, yeah.
So he knows what he's doing. He knows his way around
Absolutely.
the studio.
He's actually, he's been making a living. He's probably a few years. He's around our age, maybe a couple years older than us, but he's been making his living just as a studio engineer and doing music for the last 15, 20 years. For a while.
That's cool.
He was great to work with, Chris. I'm fortunate that I landed in with him. Because I started off with this old dude. Long story short, the first half of the album that I got done, paid for, but didn't have any of it. It was all on his system.
Yeah.
His system fucking crashed, long story short. No. Yeah, dog. So we lost half the fucking album, and I had to go back and redo it. And I was real mad, and he never refunded the fucking money.
What? Oh my god.
So, Kevin, if you're listening, I still need that $400.
How old is that fucking
guy?
You a
bitch.
I don't know. Yeah, he's like
$400 too.
Yeah, $400.
How many hours of time was that?
I don't know. Figure $50.
What were you paying? Oh, you're paying $50
an hour, roughly, something like that. Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I even overpaid though because.
No, you did overpay.
Here's a story. Here's a story. No, that's a fair going rate.
Not a fair going rate for a garage studio with an
it's
old
a
arcade
legit
50
studio.
euro system.
You said it. So you said the
Recording
record sounded professional.
Fucking gateway.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, I know. Well,
you on the AOL this free trial disc that they sent you? Get the fuck out of here. What is that?
He's we got 56 megabytes of memory.
Anyways, this is the best part though. So the second studio session, I think I did half the record with him. I did like 6 songs with him in like 2 sessions. On the second,
the old guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the second session, I showed up planning to be there for like 4 hours and spend $200. So he got kind of burned out, and we didn't even make it 4 hours. We made it.
He's old, bro. Of course he got burned out.
I know. And he
God, that made me so
50 an hour, huh? T-Bone's worth it.
Imagine being the engineer. Imagine being
4 hours into your session.
Imagine being the engineer and having to work on my record, and you're old and you just don't get it. And you're just like, this kid is nuts. I hate this. I hate my life that I'm here.
Right.
Like,
you probably caused him to quit.
I was gonna say,
I think
it's
I
confirming
did.
everything in his head.
I absolutely did. He's like, fuck this.
This is where music's going.
He's like, I was right. I was right. Fuck this shit.
I'm out. So anyways, this is the best part though. This is the best. Y'all, you're gonna appreciate this. That's why I'm going into this tangent.
Okay.
Just to real quick. So the $200, we didn't make it 4 hours. He says, you only owe me $125. Okay.
Great.
So I go out to my car and I come in with 2 Crown Royal bags, $100 in quarters in each one.
No.
I swear to God, I said, here you go. I said, here's $200. I said, if you don't like it, I'll bring you real money in a couple days.
What do you mean
But you hold this. Just hold this, okay?
Real money?
Yeah.
That was real money.
Yeah.
I know, but people, you said, oh my God.
Well, because I just know you, and I know that's some shit you would do. Like, where the fuck do you get $200 in quarters, bro?
Well, I saved them up while I was tending bar.
You're kidding me.
I had a lot of quarters. I
couldn't visit the Coinstar at King Super?
No, dog, that's the point. I saved that motherfucker up. Just saved that. That was my fucking savings, was change. I had Crown Royal bags of dimes,
Is this
nickels,
from Vegas' days?
pennies. Nah, this is something I developed out here. This was just bartending days, man.
Wow.
Well, because here's
You
another thing.
see that guy that came with those wheelbarrows of pennies to the DMV?
Here's another thing.
Did you see that?
If you're
like
a cash
$3,000
only
in pennies?
If you're a cash only person like I am,
Yeah.
you accumulate a lot of change.
I guess that's true. That's true. That's true.
If you only
You cash only?
fuck yes. For life. Fuck a bank. Fuck a credit card. Fuck the system. I'm gonna start fucking burning the cash, and I'll motherfucking barter with you. I'll go kill an elk and trade it with you. We're going back to the fucking basics.
Have you ever
Fuck
seen
everybody?
So extra sometimes.
Have you seen the movie Hell or High Water?
Nope.
Oh, that
Sounds
shit
good.
It's fresh. Have you
This
seen
guy's
it?
the fucking no. Have I seen anything, bro? I haven't even seen a bit.
You're not.
He asked me that like
You're not a
3
movie
times
guy.
a day.
Did I?
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I know. This guy's the
Dog, I watch
fucking
a lot of shit.
TV movie master.
Anyways, that's a good one, dog. You gotta check that one out, especially.
Hell or High Water.
Yeah, especially
Okay.
if you're saying fuck the banks. It's a good one.
Good.
It's a good one.
Good.
Yeah,
It's a good.
I'm all about it. Banks are a huge enemy of
DVD
mine.
collection.
I hate them.
That's a weak collection. It used to
Anyways.
be.
So yeah. So I overpaid him. I gave him $200 in quarters, and we almost never saw each other again. Well, basically then he lost my fucking shit, and I paid him up front for both sessions or whatever. That's neither here nor there. Who cares?
That's ridiculous.
Dude, it's ridiculous. You paid $50 to a guy on an archaic system in a garage. That's the first thing that's just insane to me. Number two,
Red flag.
Now you say yeah.
Okay, sure.
Not at the time though.
I picked him out. I shopped around.
That's what I was just gonna say. You said you shopped around.
I went to a brand new state of the art studio that looked very beautiful, and I wanted to work there. And they actually wouldn't touch the project. They were afraid of it. They were like, "You don't have permission to use all this shit, and we're afraid."
Gotcha.
So
because there was a ton of samples. There was a ton of stuff in there. Obviously,
the
it's not
second best.
cleared because it's a mixtape.
So you asked about the skits. I'll tell you real quick.
Tell me about the skits.
The comedy, right? The funny guy. The guy.
This guy sounded like he was about to have a fucking heart attack on the air.
So
on the record.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he a big guy?
Dude, he sounds like an Italian that just is eating a meatball sub while he's fucking recording, and he's talking like this, and he's fucking yelling, and he gets out of breath a couple times, bro. And I was like, what the fuck?
Is he big?
This? Bro, you got...
I'm gonna tell you.
Tell me about it. Tell me about Vinny.
So were we just talking about Tech Nine and them taking 20 years to build a career? So I was just looking Vic up on the internet the other day. His name is Vic DiBattista.
I was close. I said Vinny.
Vic the potato.
Vic. He's here. What?
Vic the potato.
Yeah, Vic DiBattista. You look him up. So here's how I've discovered Vic. Vic, you know Vic and you don't know it. You know Vic already and you don't know it. So, do you remember Vic when he's like, "Fuck Kanye West"?
Yes, of course.
That's the guy.
No, I don't remember that.
He's got a viral video where he's like, "Fuck Kanye West." He's got a viral video where he's like, "Fuck Justin Bieber." So I go, it was like a mental note way back 2 years in the process ago, like when I'm first building this album, I go, that guy with the Kanye video, I gotta get that guy. So I go look up the Kanye video, I find him, and I'm like, okay, his name's Vic DiBattista. And then I'm like, okay. So he's got an online presence and everything. Anyways, long story short, I just looked, he started doing comedy in 85. The year after I was born. So Vic's been in the game for 30 years, and he's still on the come up.
What game is
the comedy game? He's a comedian.
Wait, where's he from? How did you?
He's a New Yorker.
Huh? Oh, he's from New York.
Yeah.
So you just got him to send you the shit?
No.
He came to Fort Collins?
No. I called. I called Vic's agent. Russell
Shut the
Best.
fuck up, T-Bone. You called his. Where did you get this info?
It's on there. No contact information.
This guy's not a research guy.
I hit up Russell, Vic's agent, and I said, "Hey man," and I emailed him, and I think he called me because I emailed him, and I was like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Yo, Russell," I was like, "I've seen Vic. I like it. I'm making this record. I'm wondering if I can get a customized Vic." Fuck T-Bone Scarpone rant to use as a skit. And Russell's like, weird. Yeah, that's gonna cost a couple.
Definitely weird.
That's gonna cost a couple $1,000.
Couple thousand.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, man. Well, all right then. So I just fucking ripped some of his skits off YouTube and stuck them in my fucking album. I don't even think they know. I'm like, they're gonna find out eventually. And I wrote a whole song about Vic. One of the song titles, I think track 13, maybe 12. I think track 12 is called Vic DiBattista. It's his fucking name.
You reach out to a guy. You reach out to a guy that you know has a legit following, and you speak to an agent.
Yeah.
And they give you a price, and you're fucking weirded out about it, and so you
I'm
just
like,
rip
it's
it off.
out of my budget. I want a custom skit. You won't give it to me, so I'm gonna just take what you
Give me
already
my goddamn custom skit.
What
the fuck?
I'm gonna use your skits, and I'm gonna give you a little push, man. I'm gonna feature you on my shit. Thanks, Vic. I really am a fan though. I like what he talks about. He's funny to me. Like I like Vic.
T-Bone.
I hope he ain't mad that I used him and I wrote a song about him. And
everyone's gonna be mad, not just Vic. All the samples, dude. You're gonna get sued.
We got some listeners.
What are you gonna sue me for? My fucking sweatpants?
Dude, probably the 1350.
I don't have anything.
The 1350 that you made off the album, they're taking that.
Okay.
From the people that bought it.
When they can meet me at Dairy Queen and buy a motherfucking ice cream cone, I'll serve it up.
Full circle. Back to the Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Catch me in the Dairy Queen. How about that?
Unbelievable, man. He said, "I don't have anything." I guess you are not screwed then. Yeah, you're good.
I'm not
I
paying
gotta ask
taxes
you-
anymore neither.
I gotta ask you this. Oh dear. Fucking what is that movie? The Office? Office Space.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I don't like paying taxes much.
Oh yeah, I'm that
Oh, yeah,
guy.
yep,
I
yep.
am that man.
That's that
That
man.
is my hero.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just not gonna do shit.
That's fucking unbelievable. So I ripped some skits off YouTube.
Isn't that
and
crazy?
Put them on my album.
Yeah, he had an agent. He was all super official and shit. And he tried to charge me. He tried to charge me for it. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? I'm T-Bone Scarpone
Yeah.
with the spaghetti western.
Yeah, baby.
Fuck you, Vic D. Potato.
Fuck you, Vic. You fucking potato head.
Vic the Potato.
Anyways, what else you want to know about the record?
Actually, I want to know what got you into rapping. You've been DJing for so long. That seems like a way easier hustle.
What's it?
DJ.
Not necessarily. Well, actually, easier to
DJing?
make. Yeah, just to make money on the side at least.
Absolutely.
Rapping, you can't just fucking. You know what I mean?
Exactly. People are like, hey, we need
Walk
a
into
DJ
a
for
bar
New
and-
Year's Eve or my wedding or blah, blah, blah. And I can come play, and we got this soda. And that's why I rap, though, is because I don't want to just got the soda.
And I'm off that soda.
We will. I don't want to do all that.
That's so-
There's only so much that you can do with DJing. So, like, I love DJing. It's the one thing in the world that comes natural to me. You know, some people are good at everything.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them. I ain't good at shit. But I'm good at DJing. It comes so natural to me. It's my first love. I'll always do it. I'll always love it. But to me, there's only so much you can express with that.
Yeah.
You only take other
do you
people's
just get
art.
sick of like playing music in the same like BPMs or in like the same type of?
I mean,
Because you're always doing obviously parties or weddings or you're always probably playing the same type of music, right?
I
Or-
try not to.
Okay.
I mean, I have my iTunes library is over 20,000 songs.
But some places probably want you to, right? Like some people are like, "Yo, you got to play top 40."
Right,
or
right.
You gotta,
Yeah. That's definitely true. I mean,
So is that what you get sick of? Like, I wanna-
no, it's not even that I get sick of it. It's just that I need more creative outlet. I have something to say, so that's why. I just gradually over time got comfortable picking up the pen. I mean, I used to try to help Prez, help me write a hook, whatever, and I generally so
Come up with a couple bars here, a couple bars there, kind of shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're
Is
write
it
a
safe to
verse
say
here,
that
write a
you
verse
wrote
there.
the majority of Black Prez's music?
No.
His face.
That's a great question, though, to put a motherfucker
I'll be sure
on
to
the
let him know.
spot on the air.
Hey,
That's funny.
I wrote pretty much all of Black Prez's hits.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything you see that's tied out there, it was me.
He actually ripped my stuff on YouTube and used it on his
Right.
album, so it's kind of that shit's funny. But no. I remember back in the day, like we'd be at your guys' house in Fort Collins. Like, dude, these fools lived right across the street from CSU. It was so fire.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was dope.
Where were you guys at? What street?
326
I
West Laurel.
Okay, I had
Mel
some.
Block. Meldrum and Laurel.
I had some friends that lived
Meldrum
off
and
of Whitcomb, South Whitcomb.
Oh, yeah, man. Definitely.
But they
Whitcomb
were
was
right
the
there.
shit.
That's right across the street, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Dude, that's
We used
where-
that's where Nate lived. Nate lived
Did
at
he?
Whitcomb.
Did he?
Nate lived at 530 Whitcomb. Project Whitcomb. This is some shit if you didn't know this. I'm going to just tell this story because it's funny as fuck. But Nate and this kid Charles and this kid Jake and this kid Tucker.
Dude, I still talk to Chuck.
Yeah, no
like on
Charles.
the daily.
You do?
Yeah, because on Snaps I sold him some sneakers. Yeah.
Charles Garrett?
Yeah.
Anyways.
He lives right over by me.
Yeah, these cats, there was this, I don't know, maybe there was an empty lot on the corner of Whitcomb or something, or they bulldozed something. But anyways, this brand new beautiful house got put up right on the corner of Whitcomb. And the first motherfuckers to rent it was Nate and like 4 other dudes. I don't know these people who owned this house and what they thought. Like, these motherfuckers conned them, right? They went with their, like, shirts buttoned up. And,
Wow.
hi, folks, can we rent your house?
Hey,
folks.
Nate's a dog.
These
He's a good
motherfuckers,
business
man.
guy.
We had Talib Kweli in the basement of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I heard about that shit. I heard.
I mean,
I heard
we
him and
had
Nate
some
got beef.
parties over there. We had some parties over
Quali
there.
and Nate got beef
Nate said he had beef.
with Quali. Why?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that,
Honestly,
T-Bone?
I'd have to. That's a story for another time. We got to get Nate on.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's a
he's
good
not here
story.
He's not here to tell the story, and
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
shit's funny.
I don't. So it was a foggy night for me, memory wise. Honestly, yeah. So I was gonna bring my big ass speakers into that house party, because Quali played at the Aggie that night, and then we was having the after party there, and but I think I was up at Mishawaka playing a private sorority event or
I
something.
like that place. I like that venue.
Yeah. That
So
venue's
I couldn't
fucking
do
dope.
the Aggie show because I had my own joint,
Yep.
making that side money as a DJ, which is beautiful.
Yes, sir.
So then I came down to meet up at the house party. The house party was already cracking, and it was so packed that I was like, we're not carrying those heavy-ass speakers through a crowd over heads. Like, fuck that. So we brought these little shitty house speakers that I'd had forever. R.I.P. to those, because I liked those little speakers, but yeah, Quali got on my decks in the basement there and DJ'd like all night and blew those
Wow.
little speakers to pieces.
Were you sad?
Yeah, I mean, I carried the speakers around for years after that, thinking I'd fix them and be like, these are the speakers that...
In your van?
Sometimes in the van.
Yeah.
Van's gone too now, though. It got sold. The little Saturn I rocked for 13 years is gone.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, man.
Back to the project. Are you dropping a second installment? Do you have something else planned? Or is this just like, hey, I was pregnant with this thing for 2 years. That's what I wanted to do, and I'm moving on. You know? Like,
I
what are
mean,
you doing here?
Foot fetish LP. When's that drop?
Shut up.
I'm as happy to have the record part of it done, but there is more I want to do with it. Like, I'm spending the next month or so focusing on trying to do stuff like this, come out here and talk about it and get it the attention it deserves, you know, because I worked so hard on it for so long and put so much into it. Like, I want to give it its best chance. Even if I'm over it and I don't give a shit anymore, I still want to put it out there and do.
What's funny with me,
I want to
when
learn the
people-
process. I'm in this for a long haul. I've been in it for 10 years and I feel that I'm in it for a while, and so I'm learning the process of getting out there and doing press of it, and so I want to push it, promote it for another good month, and I want to spend the next month also really trying to work on putting together some kind of visuals to go along with it, something along the lines of music videos, but just visuals, more visuals to go along with it.
I think as an indie artist, you have to, in my opinion, if you put out a project, you've got to push it for 6 months to a year, at least 6 months. If you don't push it consistently for 6 months, if you put up 3 fucking posts about it, 5 posts about it, you're doing
forget
yourself
about
in.
it.
Yeah, you're
If you don't
fucking
put out
up.
any visuals, if you don't do anything more to promote that project, you just wasted all your studio time
And
you
you
wasted
really
all your money.
and you really want to build it before it even drops. That's something huge that I think people miss. They just drop it, and then the whole fucking time they're playing catch up. They haven't built up any type of excitement
Right.
about something upcoming. Dropping little fucking commercials or whatever you do to
Trailers,
get
whatever
people.
it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
just shit to get people interested. And then you drop it, and then all of a sudden you're playing catch up the whole time.
Yep.
And it's like people already don't.
Me and
That's
you-
a hard one. We had that conversation when we were at the
We did
Rocket
in
Room.
June.
Remember that?
We had exactly that conversation, and I mean, I thought about it all the way up to this point. So where I was at with it was like, I wasn't going to push or promote a lot. I was gonna kind of say, I'm working on a record. The record's coming soon. A little bit here and there, but I also didn't want to tell anybody what I was doing with it. It was kind of under wraps, and really, I wasn't like, hey, January 12th is the date. I was kind of like, as soon as it goes live and it's out there, like with this, now I'll tell you about it when you can listen to it. It's there, now go listen to it.
Right.
I've been working on it. Here it is, go listen. So I kind of waited until it dropped as far as that goes, but I would have loved, in a perfect world, all this visuals shit that I'm talking about, all this, I would have been ahead of it. But when you are independent, when you are all by yourself, almost a one man doing everything for this, it's not there. I didn't want to hold the record up. I wanted this record out in July.
It would have
of
been
last
actually
year.
It would have been a dope little promo to actually do some mystery shit even building up to it and not
Right.
let anyone know.
That's true. You're right about that.
But do little, you know what I mean?
And so that's kind of what I did. I was just kind of would say a little something, like, hey, I got something, but I just kept it a lot under wraps, and then, but yeah,
And now she's here.
Now she's here, and I do want to work on the visuals and everything like that, but, and I want to get out and play, because that's how like Dr. Dre loves to live in the studio.
Yeah.
As much as I like the studio and everything and making it, to me, that's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
I love to perform.
You want to go perform.
I love to
that's
if
what's
I
up.
die happy. You ever seen the movie? I'm not even gonna ask you.
Don't
Gil.
ask me.
Yeah, let's talk
Don't
about
ask
it.
me. I'm not
Let's
the
talk about
movie.
a movie.
You seen Crazy Heart?
Yeah, I love that movie.
You seen that one, Joel?
That's a good one, Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Hey, I was
You know
just
what's
the
fucking
movie
crazy?
that I was telling you about has Jeff Bridges in it too.
Okay. What's it called? Hell or
It's
High
called
Water.
Hell or High Water.
All right,
Another
so-
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
But yeah, the Crazy Heart is.
If I could be that character when
Merle
I'm
Haggard or
that
something.
character's age, just an old alcoholic who drives around in a shitty vehicle all over the United States and plays for like his 20 fans in each town.
You'd be set.
That'd be all right, man.
That's what that movie's about? Crazy Heart?
Yeah, he's just a washed up old.
I think it's like a story about Merle
Kind of
Haggard,
reminds
isn't
me
it?
of
Maybe
or
it
something
is.
like
I
that.
don't
Some
know.
type of
Merle
old,
Haggard, you said?
either that or like
shit.
Hank Williams Jr. or something like that. I think it's like
It's like country shit?
I think it's based
Yeah.
off of a true story of a country artist,
Gotcha.
a real actual country artist. I can't remember who.
Dude,
it
no
was.
way Merle Haggard was playing for 20 people, though. Or,
Pro-
or Hank Williams Jr., dude.
Well, yeah, I
Well,
don't know
it's-
the
I don't
origins
know.
of the story. I just connected with the character and
Crazy
said,
Heart.
Let me ask you this though:
That'd be all right with me.
what does it really? Do you think that making shit current even matters now? Like you've been working on this for 2 years, right?
Right.
And let's say you do a visual. You come up with a visual for every single song,
right.
and you waited 2 years. Let's say you even wait another year, but then you drop these visuals every week, for 10 weeks. Is that still going to build the same following?
But
Does it really
but
matter?
it's a
that
year
it's-
later after
Well,
the record came
because
out?
I'm just saying because nowadays, like, what does it matter? People search for shit. Like, I find shit that I've never seen before, and it was like 4 years
Oh,
4
of
years
course.
ago, and you're like, oh well, fuck, I never came across this before. Like that new Wiz Khalifa, or well, fuck, it ain't new, but that Wiz Khalifa still Call Waiting.
Okay.
It's a dope ass song. I've been bumping it, maybe the past month, but I heard about it a month ago. I looked it up. I was like, damn, this song is fresh. This shit's fucking a year old.
Where'd you hear it at?
Okay.
Just at work.
Oh, and you were just like, oh, this is
Yeah, I
dope.
was like, this is dope, and I've been bumping it heavy, and it's over a year old.
Here's the thing
Right.
about T-Bone's project, dude. This shit it's a timeless type of project. Like, it doesn't
Thank
matter
you.
if it took him 5 years, 2 years. It's so fucking different that it wouldn't matter when.
But do you think it
put
matters
out.
at all with the fact that that people just want to upload content, people just want to consume content? Like,
Well-
if you're sitting on all, like, let's say you did your first project, whatever
Yeah.
your first project was. What if you went back and did a video to every one of those songs?
No,
You don't think that would still work?
no.
I don't
So it
think.
has to be current. You're saying?
For what I'm trying to put out, because I'm trying to put out current music. I'm trying to make somewhat pop music. You know what I mean? Hip hop or pop music, top 40 type music, records that could make a lot of money. That's you know what I mean. My objective is not always to make money with music, but I would love to live off music and not have to work a regular job or do regular shit. So there has to be some of that there. And you have to be with a current sound in order to get that. And that doesn't even have to be that I'm fucking a huge top 40 type of artist or I'm being played on top 40 radio. That just means those songs can be featured in TV shows, movies, reality shows, whatever, and I can get paid off of that. For him, this shit is not being featured anywhere. Like, this shit is
It's actually being outlawed in most stores.
No, I'm serious, bro. And that's why I'm so glad. Like, I listened to the project. You didn't listen to the project because you're coming from a perspective of the listener right now. They're like, what the fuck are we, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
And I know you're like that too. So people are intrigued and they want to listen to the project. And it's totally, like I said, it's totally different. It's like something it's not like nothing you ever heard, dude. It goes from a smooth, like, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like a country fucking little beat riding, and then all of a sudden, boom, these hip hop drums come in, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I was not expecting that. Took a sharp left, and then he'll start rapping. I'm like, oh, I like that pocket. That's good. Okay, I don't really like that as much. Okay, I really like that. That's good. And it just kind of takes you, like, it's weird, dude. It's a really ever flowing, like, as you're flowing through the album, there's some shit I'm like, oh my god, that's so fucking shitty, T-Bone. Why did you go that direction with there? And then I turn around, I'm like, oh, that's fucking dope. I like he brought it back to this, or it gives me that roller coaster type feeling of listening. That's me personally.
That's awesome.
That's my opinion
That's
of it.
awesome to hear
Yeah.
some actual feedback like that.
Yeah.
Somebody who listened to the whole thing and can give a critical
I
analysis.
can't wait to hear it, dog. If you ever meet T-Bone, man, you'd be interested in anything he's got to say.
Yeah, I mean these are
Interesting, dude.
So I gotta shout out Prez real quick, because Prez actually, I gotta say this because he helps me so much, and like we've been partners for so long.
He's still out in Germany.
He is. He's
Yeah, I
in
talked to him on
Berlin,
Snapchat
and
here and there.
he heard this record pretty much before anybody because he had to help put it together from Berlin. I sent him all the vocals and all the beats, and he actually mixed them.
Wait.
And Chris
okay.
mastered them. So Chris recorded all this stuff, and then we sent it all to Prez, because I pretty much insisted Prez mix it. Because
Okay.
I was like, I can communicate with him and tell him exactly what I'm going for, and then he can make it happen.
Yeah.
So Prez mixed it all, then sent it back to me, and probably took him about 4 or 5 tries until we had every little thing. And that was the beautiful thing, is that I could just and now we got this time delay. But I'm like, hey, when you get this message.
What do you mean now we got this time delay?
Well, I mean, he's 8 hours ahead of me, so it's funny.
Oh.
It's hard to talk sometimes. Like, he's
Makes sense.
in the
You'd be
middle of.
sleeping and-
He might be in the morning right now, and we're at night.
I thought you meant like
Always.
now, like some shit changed.
No,
like, I
but
didn't
it was
know
just
about.
it was almost it wasn't real time where we're like sitting in the
Makes
same
sense.
room, or that I could even call him. It'd be like, here's an email, fix just this little thing, or fix this. So, but he worked on the whole.
Did he charge
thing.
you?
Of course not. This is a partnership thing. This is
Partnership
this is-
or
I mean,
friendship?
this is a friendship thing.
Friendship.
I mean,
Partnership. I don't know if he's trying to be partners with that project. Doesn't sound.
I
Like a
know
Black
it
Press
doesn't.
project.
It doesn't.
Black
But
Press
what he
type
did
project.
say was what he did say is like he loved it because he knows me and he loves
Exactly,
it.
that's
he
what I-
knows
that's
me
why
and
it
he
was
loves me and
crazy.
he was just like the world deserves to hear it.
Right. Right.
And Chris Smith, the engineer, said, "Well, you got a thought-provoking album there."
Right. Right.
It's like you almost can't compliment it or like degrade it. You're just kind of like,
No, that's
well,
exactly where
it
I
is
was at
what
with
it
it,
is.
dude. That's exactly where I was with that. And I was like, but I know this guy. Like, I know how I've had a million conversations with him. I know how he comes across. I know
Right.
how he cuts corners. I know how he's just fucking does whatever. Just
So you
kinda,
could contest that the project's
flowing through life.
That it's him,
I
right?
know how he just gets stuck in the worst relationships. I just know everything about this guy, dude. Like, he just gets stuck in these. I'm like, what the fuck are you getting into? I know, dude, I shouldn't be here, but I love it. He tells me one time. He tells me one time, he's like, I can't help myself. I just love it. And I'm like, what the fuck do you love about this? You were just bitching to me for 20 minutes. But he's like,
But I love the bitch.
I just love it. Dude, it's so weird, bro. It's so weird. It's
That's
so funny,
hilarious.
though. Yeah, like, over the summer, man, after sound check.
"Hey,
This
can we
fool-
not like, can we? I mean, you can tell your story here, but
No, I was just going to say we talked for hours,
Yeah,
dude.
okay.
Like, we just talked for hours. Like, he just fucking
Let him tell one detail.
cracking me up. No, I'm not going to get
You
into
can
details.
say
I ain't
something.
Just
airing
say one weird
I'm
detail.
not airing out anything. It's
All
just
right.
funny, the situations that this fool gets himself
All right.
into. Not even with
Yeah.
girls, just in life, bro. Like,
oh yeah, just in life,
These
just like
are-
my jobs.
the situations, like, and I'll, like, I don't know, he's never asked me for help. Like, he's never been one of those friends like, hey, can you bail me out of this situation? Can you do this for me? And he just tells me about him when I see him. Like, every 6 months or year, or it could be a couple years go by and I see him and he's like, well, yeah, this happened, this wasn't that good, this happened. I'm like, how the fuck did you get out of these? Like, what? Well, we just kind of went along, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, I'm trying to get some details, and he just makes it like it's no big deal, dude. It's insane, the stuff that happens to this man. Like,
I believe
it's
that.
just funny,
I believe
you know?
that 100.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and you just barely met him over the summer.
Yeah,
you know,
dog.
I-
But you can tell. He's definitely easy to get to know. I mean, he's open. He's open and
pretty open.
yeah, and straightforward. That's what's dope too. Honest, straightforward. That's probably what comes across in the music.
I'm honestly just like,
And you know, I mean, you would say that this is definitely him.
Oh,
the project
totally.
is
yeah,
is
exactly. I mean, it's all him, and I didn't even know until, like I said, we know each other for over a decade, but I probably didn't even know he liked country until about 5-6 years ago. Because I like country.
You're a big country
He's
guy.
a fucking big time country, but he's way more old school country.
That's what
'Cause
I
I
like
grew up
better.
on it,
I
you
like
know?
better.
Dude,
old
he
school. I like
fucking
more old school country a little
old
better,
school
but
country.
maybe not as old. I like it. I mean, like late '90s is when I was.
See, that
kinda
ain't
liking
old
it.
country, bro.
Right.
well, I mean,
No, like maybe yeah.
I
just
was
90s,
like, I was
guess.
on the country in the '90s, and like,
Yeah, I was too.
The first half, middle '90s. See, I got really into hip hop around like '94, '95.
Yeah.
But up until then, so I was like, if I was born in '84, and so I discovered hip hop and shit. You too?
84,
hey,
baby.
So that's
Best year on
dope.
the planet.
That's dope. So, but yeah, I discovered hip hop and like really started to get into it right around the age of 10. But before that, I was just as fanatical about country.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I remember in like the 3rd grade, the girl in my class who I had a crush on, she was like, "Oh, we're going to see Alan Jackson
Oh,
at
shit.
McNichols Arena in Denver, and Faith Hill's opening." And Faith Hill had her first album out, and I
she
was
must
in
have been
love.
mad young.
I was in love, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Faith Hill was probably like, I don't know, 23, and I was like 10, and I'm doing the math like, this could work. Straight obsessed with Faith Hill as a 9-year-old. And yeah, at McNichols, I actually, like, when she was up there opening up for Alan Jackson, I walked as close to the stage as I could, but kind of just
Could you see this fool
stood
as a
back a little
10-year-old?
bit. Stood back a little bit, and she straight up put her finger out and motioned me right up stage. Reached down, shook my hand. You know what I'm saying? Went home. Never washed that shit for a year.
Ooh,
Like,
did you beat off with it?
I was 9. I wasn't beaten off yet, but
Okay.
like. I mean, I've beat off with it several times since. You know what I'm saying? I've been beaten off with it all my life. Thank you for that, because I never realized that I've been beaten off with my hand that shook Faith Hill's hand. Like, it makes beating off a lot better.
That's why I always give you fist bumps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I always give you fist bumps.
That's noted for sure.
Nothing more.
They're
Faith
already
Hill,
over.
when she pulled you up there, did you get all pumped? Did you get a little?
No, I mean, she didn't pull me
hard?
up. She just shook my hand.
Oh, she didn't pull you up on
blew
stage.
me a kiss, waved, you know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
don't add.
But
fool.
she saw me back there.
Don't add.
I'm not adding. I don't remember.
Maybe she
I was
blew me
9.
a kiss. I think she showed me a titty. There's no way to know for sure. This is a while back.
Yeah,
You saw us tripping
McNichols.
balls, bro. I don't remember.
Right.
Like you're 9.
So yeah. This was me doing my country, showing my countryside and exploring my countryside, mixing it with my hip hop, because there's no fucking rules to this shit.
Right, I can tell.
And,
There's no rules.
Yeah, and
I love that though.
And I had to record that. I had to record this here at home. That was a big part of, like, I came back here in the fall of 14, right in time to drop my first mixtape, and then it was like, okay, I'm here. I started to get that. All right, well, now I'm gonna start working on something else. And it was like, all right, I'm gonna write this Cowboy song, this Cowboy album, like, and I'm gonna do this song, and I'm gonna do that song, and it's gonna go like this, and so it started to, and I was here going, I might hang out for a year.
Yeah.
And after a year, January of last year, I drove out to North Carolina to see my best friend. His dad is the one who does the intro. His name's Steve Coffin. He's got a lifetime in the radio business. So, like you say, a professional narrator. So I went out there, saw my boy, who, like, we grew up on Tupac together. You know what I'm saying? We were into hip hop when we were 10 together. This is my very good friend, and so I showed him, this is what I'm working on. This is kind of how the record's coming together. I'm playing him beats on my laptop, and I'm reading him the lyrics out of my notebooks, and so I did that intro story because I wrote the intro. But I said, this is the intro, but I'm probably not gonna voice it. I think it'd be better if somebody else did. He's like, ask my dad. And I was like, brilliant.
Damn.
So finally,
came together.
Finally, I sent it off to his dad. That was like probably about a year ago. Sent it off, and then I got home from that trip and was like, I'm gonna get in the studio and finish this thing, and then who knows what's next. But then I met a girl and have spent the whole. That's why the album took the second year.
You met a girl.
The album should have been done by April of 2016, but I had a girl, you know what I'm saying, blessing my life all year. And it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to balance your time and your energy and your money.
You see what you do, ladies?
Yeah, you got to balance your time, energy, and money. But, you know what I'm saying? No regrets.
I'm glad I started this vlog.
Goodness
I love her.
Well, now that I started this vlog, dude, I don't have a spare moment because I'm editing my day every single day.
Well, that's a beautiful thing,
shooting
man.
my whole day. I come home, after I'm done with whatever, and then I go through all the footage and I edit it. So I'm rewatching my whole day, basically, editing it all up, putting it out, reviewing sneakers, doing whatever, and it leaves me, for one, it's been great for me because it puts me on a shot clock. Mm-hmm. I was just telling Jalal that, like, I have to do it every night. There's a time limit. I can't just, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll just kind of. If you're uploading every day, Monday through Friday, 5 days a week.
Right.
Right now,
you need that pressure.
Yep. And right now, it's not that big because the following isn't huge yet. I'm doing well. Like, we're growing super quick. I've done 6. I think I have 6 vlogs up, 7 vlogs. Awesome. So, but as it grows, people are going to be checking for that shit. People are going to be like, yo, what the fuck? Where's the vlog? Right. What's going on? Where's the vlog? Where's the vlog? And it's, for me, that's good. I need that pressure. Yeah. I need that fucking.
I do too. So, I absolutely do.
Because if I have a chance to just get distracted, I get fucking distracted.
Like if something's due on Friday, you'll wait till Friday.
Yep.
So if every day's Friday, then you're good.
Exactly. So, dude, no matter what, like, I know.
I need that push too.
If I don't get home, like tonight, shit, man, it's 9:49 p.m. at night. So I'm gonna probably get home 10:30, 11, whatever, and then I gotta start going through the footage and editing this vlog. I probably don't get to sleep till 3 or 4 by the time I'm finished the vlog. Wake up and go to work in the morning. You know what I mean?
What time is the wake up, go to work part?
Let's see. I gotta wake up about 9.
So you're gonna sleep 6 hours? maybe.
Yeah, 5-6 hours. Maybe 5. Yeah, 4. Yeah, but 5 to 6 hours, just depending on.
You about the same, Trav?
Not too bad.
Yeah, I get up early though because of my son, so I'm up at 6:30.
How late do you stay up?
It depends. If I'm doing music, I mean, I might be up till 1, 2 in the morning.
Right.
If I'm not doing anything and I'm just
Watching
maybe
a movie?
yeah, maybe watching a few movies.
This was the movie.
might be in bed
fucking
by 11.
A couple tabs open.
How about you? How many hours a day are you running like
Oh
that?
fuck!
you
Ain't
know?
nobody talks to
Shit, man,
Jalal.
I'm about to go edit this.
Same, right? So we're on the same boat.
Yeah,
We're young men, though.
Yeah,
That's how it's supposed to be.
puts all together.
It is.
That's how it's supposed to be. We're young men trying to make it, dog. You gotta work your fucking
Exactly.
ass off.
And
Well, that's the problem. I felt
You know
like
what
in
I'm saying?
certain scenarios, I hadn't been working hard enough. So
Oh,
now with
yeah,
the
I've
vlog,
always
it
felt that
forces
way.
me to, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
there's no,
It feels good, man.
you feel like
Yeah.
Tech 9.
yeah.
And consistency, baby. That
It's
shit
true.
is the key to success.
But like you talked about with the lady, you can't.
Motherfuckers.
You can't do that shit.
No,
just-
dog.
There's a
They're a
balance,
distraction.
though. You can balance.
She's
That-
gotta be
but what
on
I'm doing,
board.
there's no
Oh,
literally
right,
no
yeah,
time.
She's
to
gotta.
balance.
You gotta have
Exactly.
a woman that's
The weekend's
not
my
only
only
on
free time.
board, but she's cool with you being you. She understands, and she's good with it. She has to know she's not gonna get a lot of attention, and she's got to be cool with that.
That's
Right.
that's the problem though, dude. The girls these days,
They're
just
not cool with it.
It's not only girls. All of us are impatient these days because we get everything now,
Yeah.
all day, every day on our phone. We're expecting it now. So that's where the disconnect starts, the fighting starts, and then now she's fucking going and seeing another guy because she's not getting that attention
Yeah.
from you. Happens.
Now all of a sudden she
it already
hates
happened to
your
me.
fucking- yeah.
I've lived that story. You know what I mean? So that's what happens. Like when you fucking grind, when you try to grind, I'm not saying that's every girl, but it's 1 in a million, dude. That's not gonna.
And part of it is because I think
Go somewhere else.
it's not a traditional method. You're not going to college. You're not. You're doing this based
You're
off
being-
a lot
trying to be
of
creative.
faith.
Yep.
And a lot of belief in yourself,
Yep.
and that's hard for someone else to jump on and be like, "Well, I believe in you just as much."
Exactly.
You know,
No,
that's
who
why.
fucking believes in you more than you, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So they got that in their head. I might be wasting my motherfucking time with this,
Yep.
with this guy.
Exactly.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you got to do it.
But
You
you're
gotta do
happy
it.
in the situation though.
I'm happy in life, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
that's another thing. I think
If you're happy with it,
I think I definitely, like 2016. Let's just talk about that year. Like
was the worst
it
year of
was.
my life.
It was a busy year.
That was a bad year for a lot of people.
Bad
felt
It
like.
was a bad year for a lot of people. Like nobody liked it.
terrible year for me. Well, towards the end, I got back on track, but just not a good year for me overall.
See, it was actually like kind of an awesome year for me. Like, so different, so weird, so unexpected, so strange. But I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know where I was going with that about the year. I was just I had some. So I was a roller coaster. I had a lot of great highs and some really bad lows. To be real.
And that was good. You said it was a good year then.
I mean, I'll tell you that I feel like
Maybe I'm just picky. 'cause-
more than I could ever like admit to myself or something. Like all I can some of the shit I've gone through this year is like hard to admit to myself. It's hard to admit to friends and family. It's like this is what I'm dealing with. And it's nothing bad. It's just what I'm saying, I'm being dramatic. But maybe not. If I really told the stories, like your mouth would be hanging on the floor like last time I was telling you stories. But
Right.
like the thing is, I can stand up and say, I've learned so much the last year. I've grown so much the last year. Then that's not a bad thing. That's cool.
That's a good way to put it. I guess that's me too. I learned so much last year, and it was growing pains. And we started straight laced, me and my guy Dallas, and selling shoes and getting full on with the shoe game and all this. I mean, that was all positive stuff, but there was just so many ups and downs within that made it feel like it wasn't positive, and there was a ton of lows. But I guess, like you said, learning, the whole experience is learning. The whole thing is, and it's weird how the more, I guess, things that have pissed me off previously or things I've been frustrated with, things that just went weird, have all tied together back in a positive way. Like especially early this year. So far, this year has been crazy for me. It's been really good. It's been positive, and I've been doing a ton more. And all the failures and all the things from before are almost like tying into like, oh, I already know about that shit. Oh, I already know that shit's coming. I already know. And it's a ton of different things that have just fallen into place. Like even something as small as like Dallas, the dude that started Straight Laced with, that's our brand. Basically, we're going to turn into clothing and merchandise and reselling sneakers and all that shit. But he's already owned a clothing company and failed at it, so he knows all the manufacturers. He has wholesale accounts. He already has all this shit in place. So I'm the face of this shit. I have the vlog. I'm building the subscriber base. And now when we're ready to push merch, he's got all those connections already in order, already in line. So it's just weird how things fall into place like that. Like, it may be a failure at this time and you may be pissed off about it and you may be down on yourself. But as long as you continue, you don't give up and you continue. I mean, it sounds corny as fuck, but as long as you continue to push along, you never know how that door is going to swing back around and be like, oh shit, this is how that all works together. And this is how these pieces fit. And that's kind of what I noticed with him and I, you know, and it's pretty cool, man. It's a really cool thing. Do you like LaCroix? Have you ever had LaCroix? Trav drinks like 30 of those a day.
Is it? I mean, I'm pretty sure I've tasted it, but what the fuck is that?
I have no idea. I've never had one either. Sparkling water, bro. This is how this guy weaned himself off beer.
It is.
Okay.
It is. I quit drinking, and this is honestly.
Hey man, salute.
I was smashing like 6-7 of these a day because shit, it was.
That's awesome.
The bubbles and shit made it almost.
That's awesome.
Like a beer.
He quit drinking in October. Then he drank like at the UFC fight in January. Have you drank since then now?
Yeah, I got faded in Vegas. Nah.
You haven't drank since Vegas.
Nah.
So October, then Vegas, in January, or earlier this January, I guess.
Yep.
Was that New Year's?
The
weekend after New Year's. When the hell was that fight?
That was.
Why am I?
Fuck, I know.
I think it was like maybe it was right before New Year's. I think it was Friday night and New Year's.
Yeah,
Eve,
it was.
Saturday night.
It was because I came back New Year's Eve.
Okay, it was the 30th.
That's right. Yeah.
So the 30th, and you haven't drank again since.
Yeah.
You're just on the LaCroix boy. Only reason I ask is because he wants to get sponsored by them and give them to all our guests. That
LaCroix.
Oh, nice.
He wants
LaCroix, if you hear us, man.
I mean,
I'm letting you know right now.
I've probably had a LaCroix. I've definitely seen them a lot of places. I mean, I will have one if you want me to have one, but I gotta pee first. Cause
it's basically medicine.
One night.
It's basically.
He wants to change our podcast. If we get sponsored,
nutrient.
He wants to call us the LaCroix Boys.
Are you okay with that?
I never even had one, so.
Why won't you try one?
If they're cutting the check, I'm okay with whatever.
Why don't you guys split one? I got one left.
I don't care.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to have the last.
Let's do it live. Your first LaCroix experience.
Okay, can I
fuck
pee
this
first?
up from you guys?
No,
we gotta pee.
We gotta wrap this up anyway. We gotta wrap this up anyway.
Let's talk about the UFC.
Try it, dog.
Are you sure?
You should try it, though.
What are you gonna do after? Yeah,
I'll take a first sip. I won't have any more though.
You never had sparkling water, period?
I mean, I probably have here and there.
Just
I had a
I took a big ass drink too. That's like I did like with the vodka with Nate. I took a big. That shit's terrible.
LaCroix, don't believe him.
No, if I drink the last LaCroix, like what's gonna happen? Are you gonna like have to run out and get a beer?
No, it just tastes like a watered down soda. To be honest with you.
That is.
But it's water. It's good for you. You know what I mean? It's just water.
Okay. All right.
So instead of beer, imagine smashing 7 of those a day, and you're like, okay, cool. I'm just drinking water.
I got a friend out there who might need to get on the LaCroix diet.
I'm saying, tell him, let him know.
Not because he needs a diet, but because you know what I'm saying. He loves to drink his beer.
The whole alcoholic thing.
And if for any reason he wants to drink less beer, LaCroix is not a bad thing. Because I think. For a lot of people, it is. It's about the bubbles and the whatever.
I need to start making tall cans.
It's about the cold can and the bubbles. The cold can.
I would fuck these up.
LaCroix in a tall can.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jalal just said he's like, those have to be for people being weaned off beer. I agree because that shit tastes terrible.
Yeah, it's not. I think for the most part, it's probably for mixing alcohol.
Really?
I'm sure people drink them like I do.
Here's the thing. Here's what it tastes like to me. Here's what it hit me like: some carbonated Kool-Aid that you put just a packet of Kool-Aid and no sugar.
Yeah.
You just added the packet of Kool-Aid where it's real tart, but then carbonated.
Like a watered down soda.
Like fucking nasty.
You took one sip and you're judging it like that?
I'm over. That's how I do it, bro.
He's mean.
I'm in or I'm out.
Yeah.
It's like when you have a
Shark Tank. I'm out.
Yeah. And for that reason, I'm out.
You should be on Shark. You should be the Shark Tank.
I'm direct, bro. I tell you what it is. I'm in or I'm out. I'm not.
I don't like your voice, and for that reason, I'm out.
For that reason, I do not think you're a good face for the brand. If I could be the face for your brand, I would buy in right now. Do you agree to that?
Right.
No? I'm out.
And I'm going to need 50% of the cut.
Yeah, that's it, dude.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to take 75 because now I'm not the face of the brand.
Right.
So.
We got a deal?
Then I'm out. Yeah, I mean, that's just how, I don't know, dude. I'm
Zach Cuban.
You know me, dude. I'm just brash. I'm fucking.
I like it.
That's the best way to be, dog.
Yep.
I think that's the best way to be.
I just don't like the LaCroix.
That's the best way to be.
That shit is not.
Well, if you just want to tell us
He ain't mean it, LaCroix.
Oh yeah. Let's this is a long ass podcast. I want to circles back to the whole thing about Vegas. This motherfucker, this piece of shit.
Dog, I'm a networking guru.
No, this guy's a
Good.
piece of shit. He went to the
let's
Ronda
get that out of
Rousey
the way.
fight in Vegas.
Let's be clear.
30th. Free ticket. Okay, it's fine. T-Bone, are you not impressed?
I'm impressed.
Okay.
Already.
Not entertained.
Where
you
was
know,
this
T-Bone.
at? The MGM Garden Arena?
Now I was at the T-Mobile Arena.
T-Mobile Arena. the
Oh,
new
I
one.
haven't
I
been
stayed
there
Monte
since
Carlo.
it's
Dude, when I
dope.
stayed there last week, I was
Yeah.
right across from T-Mobile
Yeah.
Arena. I walked out every day to get my Uber, and I was like, damn.
It's
the
fucking
T-Mobile
huge,
Arena's-
huh?
Yeah, it's
I
fucking
used to work in Monte
sick.
Carlo too.
You used to work there?
Yeah.
Where? I know that puts out like the back of my
at,
dick.
at the pizza restaurant in there, 800 degrees.
Dude, I was up in there. Dude,
Did you see the dough guy?
Yeah.
That
yeah.
was me.
Shut the fuck
What? That was another job. I was the original dough guy at that motherfucking location.
What do you mean?
OG
I
dough
opened.
guy,
I was.
fool.
You come out. They should have a motherfucking picture of me hanging
We gotta
on the wall
have Johnny.
back there.
Hey, we gotta have Johnny go check this out, fool.
I wish
He's
we had
gotta
a
get some
visual.
intel. We
Tell
need some
Johnny, go in
intel.
there and tell him T-Bone said hi.
I wish we had a visual because this fool's doing
He
the
was
motions.
like he was
he's
sick
doing-
with it, fool.
But he looks like he's doing like a little dance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Is that how you were doing it? You were dancing while you were making the dough?
I was standing and I was talking. I was saying, "Hi, have you guys been in before? Would you like to order? Here's the menu behind me."
Look at that, fool.
And you were stretching the dough.
Look like a two-fisted Mario.
That's,
Fool. This is
that's
two-fisted
why
Mario right here.
that's why I was there, and that's why I am the OG dough guy, because I was able to say, "Hi, how you doing?" You know.
You were fucking working at the Carlo. Dude, I ate
Yeah,
at that
man.
pizza joint.
This
Yeah.
man was
Fucking
flipping
Did you
dough.
like
hilarious.
it? It's bomb ass
Yeah,
pizza.
it's really good.
Fucking love
It's
that.
kind of like a
shit. I miss
pizzeria
it.
locale type. Have you been to that? Pizzeria
No.
locale? You been there? Downtown? What's another similar one like Pizzeria
What do you-
locale? Where they just do those quick pizzas, right? It's just in the oven, it goes around, and it's out. Like
Yeah, 800 degrees, baby.
800
it's
degrees.
fast.
Right, so
1 minute.
the whole concept of this, it's almost like fast food pizza, dude. So you go in, this motherfucker, T-Bone, is stretching your dough,
The dough guy.
you know, doing dance moves, doing the dough, and then he basically is like, "How you guys doing? What are you guys been in before? You have any questions? Let me know." And then the next person in the assembly line is like, "Okay, what kind of sauce do you want? What kind of toppings?" Next person grabs it, throws it in the oven.
Okay, I know what this is. There's a damn, I forgot what there's.
There's one similar. What
There-
the fuck
there's
is that
a
place
lot of
called?
them.
Right.
I know exactly. It's right by Veranda. There's one right by
There's
Veranda
one
over here.
in Castle Rock too, right by the outlets, isn't there?
Gosh, dude, this is killing me. Those fast food like pizza.
I can't remember, dog.
Oh man, that's where we need to be able to take callers, bro. Jeez.
Mod Pizza. That's one of them.
That
Mod
sounds,
Pizza's one.
That's not like the one I've
We
been.
got a mod pizza in Fort Collins.
Is that what it's like?
I've never been.
Oh, you never
I
been.
didn't-
That's kind of like
No,
that. They just
okay.
kind of like
Joel, can you give us some fucking help here?
send you down the
I
line
don't know
and they
what
just
the
throw
fuck
you
you're
out.
talking
You never.
about.
Oh,
I'm just trying to hear
jeez.
what
You
happened.
never heard of Mod Pizza?
How you got into the
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, back to
We
the
got distracted
back to
with-
the
UFC.
garden
Oh,
the
fuck.
T-Mobile Arena.
So this guy, okay, so he went to that fight.
Yeah.
Then I don't even know the story because on social media, all of a sudden I just see this fool over the weekend at the fight. He's fucking posting picture with Sugar Rashad Evans, posting picture with fucking Dana White, video fucking Dana White, posting picture with Nick Swartzen from Grandma's Boy. This fool's 4 rows from the fucking cage Saturday night
yeah.
down at Pepsi. I'm like,
Sat right behind the champ,
I'm
Amanda
like, what the
Nunez.
fuck is going on? I live downtown. I'm not 4 rows from the cage. What is the deal? This fool lives over here. What the
Yeah.
fuck's going
Sat
on?
behind Hannibal Burris.
So how did
I
you
was
get the
right behind
tickets?
him.
I don't
Where,
know.
where was Hannibal Burris the other day?
He was right there. He was right like one
'Cause
seat
my
ahead of me.
cousin said he just met
seat in
him
front.
at the what concert last night? He was at what concert was last night?
No.
What was my cousin go see last night?
Like some EDM shit or
No, it's
Rock.
hip hop. It's probably
hip-hop.
like grimy hip hop.
We were-
That's all he listens to.
We were there to watch the Donald Cerrone fight, and we were right behind his grandparents.
how the fuck did you get the tickets?
So basically, I
pissing me off.
fucking had nothing to do with nothing. I weaseled my way in because I'm the networking guru.
Okay.
So Tone seen Dana White at Cherry Creek Mall,
Yep.
and he said he was all by himself at this like little juice cafe. And
Dana
he just,
White was by himself at Cherry
Yeah,
Creek
he was
Mall,
like
just-
nobody. He said nobody fucking. It was like nobody recognized him.
Big ass bodyguard. I don't know.
He said the bodyguard wasn't around at that point, and then he had like an assistant finally come to him and somebody
What?
else. But
Okay.
anyways,
At where?
At like some type of juice, some like health juice cafe
Okay.
thing in the food court.
Okay.
You know, some like a little small spot. And Tone just, I guess, gave him a thumbs up. He gave him a thumbs up, and he was on his phone. And then Tone tried to like wave him over.
Dana was
basically
on his phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tone tried to wave him over, like, "Hey, come over here." And he's on his phone, and he just gives him like, "Okay, 1 second, I got you."
No shit.
And then and then hung up and went over there. And
the
I guess
coolest dude ever, huh? What the fuck?
super dope. And I guess he just Tone was just like, hey man, we
love UFC.
Yeah, basically love UFC.
Love
Blah
what
blah.
you do.
All he really said was like, would it be cool if you got a picture with my squad? I'm the manager over here, and he was like, yeah, no problem. You guys going to the fight tonight? And they're like, well, we were thinking about it. We totally forgot it was tomorrow, and or the fight tomorrow. And then he just was like, all right, well, shit, there's 4 of you guys. How many tickets you guys want? And he's like, is 8 sound good? He just gave him 8 tickets.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So they called your bitch ass up?
Nah, nobody called me. I went to
Okay.
work the next day, and I knew Corbin had some, and I was like, this fool does not watch fighting. He doesn't know nobody that want to go.
Oh.
And I was like,
So
Give me
Tone
that.
divvied them up 2 each or something?
yeah, there was like 4 employees. They each got 2 apiece, whoever was there.
Oh, got you.
You know, and I hit up Tone first, like, let's see if this fool just offers it to me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like, hey, dog, I heard you got tickets. That's pretty dope. That's fresh, dog.
This was a fucking weed.
Nice, you know, yeah. And
Bobby
then,
the Brain Heenan over
But I
here.
was like, he's way into fighting and shit. So
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I was
Tone's
like,
definitely fighting.
yeah. So I was like, he ain't coming off that ticket because he probably got some homeboy. He's one.
Right.
Corbin, I knew though. I was like, this motherfucker don't know nobody. You know, he's not even on that. So he came in. He was like, you should close for me. You know, whatever. And I was like, nah, fuck that. Fool, you should come off those tickets. And then he finally was like, I ended up talking him into giving me his extra ticket, and then we both.
Who was he gonna take anyway, though?
Jalal actually ended up coming and closing so that he could go.
Wow.
I guess he had mentioned it to like a friend the night before, but you got the tickets last night, so you don't have much time to hit up
Right,
people. And if you're
right.
not a UFC guy, you know, maybe none of his friends really even give a shit or know who the fighters are, or so.
Knowing Corbin, I'm surprised he wasn't like fucking. No, hell no, I'm gonna sell these shits. I'm throwing them on Craigslist.
And then we get to the venue.
$50 to cover 2 hours.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, fuck
Wow.
yeah, I'm on my way right now.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so you got paid then?
But I mean, it was definitely worth
That's
it.
dope, though.
That was
yeah.
in hindsight. When we first got there, I was like, okay, we got some free tickets from Dana White. He probably more than likely, I would assume they're
Threw
not
us
going
up
to
in
be
the
great
nosebleeds,
tickets.
yeah.
No, I wouldn't have said the nosebleeds. I would just say we were probably on the bottom level, which was dope, but just kind of in the
Y'all have
back.
famous people behind you.
Yeah, fool. Yeah, there was fighters behind us.
That's
we were like,
fucking
and so
nuts,
we,
dude.
I asked one of the guys. I was like, "Hey man, do you know where our seats are? We're trying to just find our seat." And he was like, "Oh my god, you guys got the best seats in the house. So you better get to them damn seats." And he
Holy
fucking sends us
shit.
down there, and we go, and we're just tripping out on how close we are.
Right, of course.
First and foremost, and it took me like a round into the first fight before I was like, "Oh fuck."
Who did Tone take?
He took. Who did he take?
He didn't take his
One of his
lady, huh?
homies. Huh?
He didn't take his lady.
Nah, he didn't. She didn't really.
Oh,
want to
she
go.
didn't care?
Nah, she wasn't trying.
See,
to go.
that's what I'm talking about. That's a fucking dope ass girlfriend. Like one of those ones that's like, you know, I'm not fucking into it, babe. Take your friend.
Take your friend.
Instead, you know, those girls are like, no, they have to fucking be there. They don't give
Either
a fuck about
that,
fighting.
or they don't want you to go.
Exactly. Oh,
Like, nah,
bro,
I'm not gonna
don't
shit.
even get me started. I'm not about to air out my own friends. I have friends like that. Can't even go on another vacation. Can't do nothing.
Bullshit.
Dude, it's absolutely unbelievable, man.
That was a great, best experience.
Yeah, no, I saw the shit on social media and I was just fucking kept getting jealous. I liked the first thing and then I fucking went and unliked the first thing and didn't like anything else. I was so fucking jealous, dude. No, I was
That's how
playing,
you gotta do them.
I was playing,
That's how you
I
gotta
was-
do them,
I
baby.
was
If they
so
ain't mad at
salty.
you, you ain't shit.
I was fucking salty, but that shit was cool, man. It looked like a
Hey, I was
fun
thinking
ass
about this fool's cover. The cover of the is it the cover that you took pictures of? Is that the cover of your mixtape?
Probably what we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, he's in the fucking duster.
Do you think that that's what people that are not from Colorado think
Oh, for
that
sure.
a Colorado rapper looks like?
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
This
Because I was
album
looking
art-
at that and I was like, oh fuck, this is what they think we all look like. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Bro, seriously, that's the kind of shit like, oh, these motherfuckers riding horses out there
Yep.
doing some fucking
Yep.
Especially like if this would have came out back in like 08, 05.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
people.
Definitely.
Yeah,
When people had no
I'd
clue
have
what Denver
fucked
was
it up
like.
for everybody here.
Oh, dude.
Like, what? Never listen to a rapper from Colorado. Them hicks.
No doubt. It's seriously. The
Yeah,
cover
it
is exactly what.
It's fine.
It is a western.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What about plug all your social media? Tell them where they can find the project. Can they stream it for free anywhere? Can they buy it anywhere? All that good stuff.
The Cowboy with the Black Hat, the Spaghetti Western by T-Bone Scarpone. You can use your search engine, Google I use, and it's on Amazon. You can buy a physical copy from Amazon. You can download it on Amazon. You can buy it on iTunes. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's on DatPiff. It's on 2/3 of it's on SoundCloud. 1/3 of it was not allowed on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud's on that shit.
Really?
SoundCloud is on
Really?
that shit. So 10 songs are on SoundCloud and 5 are not.
Why is it not allowed?
Because of the samples and all
Yeah,
that.
it
Oh,
picks it up and it
okay,
goes this,
okay.
this, there. Yeah, so,
So you're-
it's on YouTube.
Interesting.
It's everywhere.
Dope.
Shit, man. On that note, anything else, Trav?
That's it, man. We appreciate you coming, dog. It's
Honored to
I
be
can't wait till
here.
you come back.
Honored to be here.
Definitely
yeah.
got to have you come through again, man. This is probably one
Double
of the
Trav.
one of the longest, if not our longest podcast, just because we got stories for days. But again, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for checking it out. Like he said, share our podcast, get it out there, get people to listen to our show, rate, comment, subscribe, all that shit on iTunes, SoundCloud. What do they need to do on SoundCloud? They need a comment, right? Or what bumps it up? Liking, sharing. Okay, all that shit gets us featured, so we really appreciate that. And yeah, I don't really think we got anything else. So for myself, Thomas the Franchise, my man Travioli, DJ T-Bone Scarpone, Jalal the producer, this has been the Misinformed Podcast. And remember, it's better to be misinformed than uninformed.